Hey, two people of family. So yesterday I had one of my wound care checkups, and I was already set to do my MRI that they wanted me to do, which I haven't wanted to do, but whatever. I was gonna do it just to play nice and everything. And I showed up on time and did all my registration and whatnot. And they got me back, and we were going through the checklist of everything that I need and questions and stuff. And he said something about having something with an implant in my head. And I said, well, yeah, I have a shunt for my hydrocephalus. And he's like, oh, okay, what kind do you have? And to be honest, I don't remember the name of it, or the kind, and I didn't know, honestly, that there was more than one kind for hydrocephalus. So he said he'd have to call my neurosurgeon and everything and see what I had and look in the old records. And keep in mind, I didn't want to do this to begin with. And so I'm sitting in the hall, mind you, it freezing my ass off because for some reason they keep it cold. Well, actually, I know why they keep it cold, because they've got so much equipment back there that if it was warm, then it would overheat and it would ruin the stuff. But so yeah, the patients suffer for that. So what happened was he came out 10 minutes later or so, maybe even 15, and he's like, well, it showed that you had a shunt revision back in 10, and which is good. I mean, that's really good, because that means I'm coming up on 20 years without having a shunt revision. But it didn't say that the type of shunt that was put in, and he said that the films that they did showed that they had metal in there. Now, I didn't know. I thought it was all plastic. I really did, honestly. I didn't know there was any metal in my head. He said, well, given that I can't tell definitively what you have, and that you got metal in your head, I don't feel good about doing this MRI, because it might mess up your shunt and cause you more pain. And I honestly told him that between the MRI and a shunt revision, that I would take the shunt revision any day. And he was like, wow. And I said, yeah, I just don't like getting MRIs. Not that I don't like getting in the tube, but I just don't like the whole, it's loud and you can't get away from it, and they don't tell you when they're going to be doing stuff. And so if you jump because of the jackhammer sound, then they have to start over again, and it's just a mess. Anyways, so they're going to do a CAT scan, which I still think is stupid, but I can do a CAT scan all day. I mean, it's no big deal. I've done many of them for my shunt. Okay, so given that, I think I've talked about other videos about not playing the crypt card, and I still fully believe that playing the crypt card is a cop out to living life and having to experience stuff that everybody else has to experience in life. And but on that note, and this is totally unintentional, I didn't know this. It wasn't in the questionnaire that I filled out when I did my registration. And he even said that. He said, "Well, but they that was one of the questions they asked you." I said, "No, it wasn't." It said they asked you if you had a stent or a heart valve or anything like that. It said nothing about shutting your head. And he went back through the questionnaire, and he's like, "You're right. We need to change that." So, I inadvertently played the crypt card, and B, I made a difference in the way the hospital, or at least the radiology, words their registration questions. So, score 2 for me, actually. But like I said, I didn't intentionally play the crypt card, and but I'm going to say stay by the shunt. That's all I can say. So, I mean, next Wednesday I do have my CAT scan, but meh, no big deal. Just wasted time, I guess. But and they also said that I can't eat 4 hours before, eat or drink 4 hours before my my CAT scan. So that kind of sucks, but oh well. Anyways, guys, so that was my adventure for yesterday, and what can I say? Stay by the shunt. Anyways, guys, okay, so take care of yourselves, be good to each other, and check you later.